All right. Hello, everybody. Hello. My name is Molly Haskins, and I am a 200K, and I am currently coming to you from Walker, Minnesota, which is way up north Minnesota. And I have a very lovely co-host joining me this evening, Miss Alma Hammer from Kansas City.
Oh, Kansas.
Wichita. Okay, sorry. Oh my gosh. And we have been doing this Thrive Life gig for quite some time together. We have both been sharing the Thrive Love. Well, she's been sharing for about 6.5 years, and I'm going on 8. So this girl is one of my very dearest friends, which is what happens oftentimes in this Lavelle family that we create or we end up a part of, and it's such a blessing. So I'm so excited to have you guys hear from her, have her share her story, and tell her a little bit about yourself. And I'm going to tell you right now that when Alma and I were talking about doing this, we got really excited. We, have, like I said, we've been sharing the Thrive experience for a while now. And isn't it amazing that after that much time, we can still be excited? We can still have this much passion for what we're doing and what we're a part of, and feel like we still have so much to share and so many people to see have the successes and find the joy and achieve their dreams and goals with this company. So we were both excited. We've go way back when we used, I've been talking about VIP 800 for all that time. And how amazing is it that you can be a part of something that it doesn't change. The product is simple. Those 3 steps are simple. They are lifelong. The bonuses are simple. They are the backbone to building our business. They are an amazing way for brand new promoters to come into this company and experience excitement and success. And that excitement and success are only going to multiply when you kind of understand how this VIP works. So what we want to do tonight is we really want to break it down quick for our brand newest promoters and just explain a little bit of what the VIP 800, 1600 fast start bonus is. But then Alma and I want to share some of what we've done in our first 14 days, 2 weeks in the business, and that we're still continuing to do now, and ways that we have found to handle objections, to answer some of the questions we get asked, and just ways to continue to work on growing your business. So I really am going to just start with the basics. Those of you who are brand new to the Thrive experience into Lavelle, this is when you're really going to want to put your listening ears on. As a Lavelle branch promoter, which, by the way, was free to become, no website fees, no quotas, no no hidden tricks, no traps anywhere, a referral program, these bonuses, lifestyle getaways, all of these amazing things. We also have what is called the VIP Fast Start. And that VIP Fast Start is so incredibly important to our company for a number of reasons. But the first one is that it's an opportunity for brand new promoters, brand new thrivers in their first 14 days to come out of the gates flying, sharing the Thrive experience, and earn some pretty amazing bonuses. Within your first 14 days, when you are able to have 2 new customers, 2 new promoters, and a total of $800 in sales, you're going to earn yourself, boom, a $400 bonus plus commissions and $100 worth of credits. If you can double that and do 4 customers, 4 promoters, and a total of $1,600 in volume, you're going to have $800 in bonuses plus commissions, as well as $200 in Thrive credits. Now, this bonus also is setting you up for the most magical thing in the world, and that is thriving for free. Doesn't everybody want to thrive for free? It's truly the only thing better than thriving is thriving for free. And in Lavelle, once you refer 2 of your friends to the Thrive experience and they're continuing to order on auto ship, you are going to be earning the amount of, you're going to earn credits every month. The average of the two orders put back in your account on the 2nd of every month for you to use to purchase your product or pay it forward, however you choose. For information about exactly what I'm talking about, if you're in your first 14 days, you're going to have some graphs in your cloud office that are going to make it very easy for you to track. There's also in the downloads and documents section of your cloud, which, wow, that cloud office for newest promoters is chock full of training, videos, downloads, PDFs of the products, anything and everything you're going to need to become a Lavelle promoter. But check out the VIP Fast Start, PDF. You can look right at it and see what we're talking about. The VIP bonus is also important because it gives you a chance as a new promoter to duplicate what you just did. Duplicate it for your newest promoters. Part of the bonus is signing up promoters to purchase those promoter packs. Those promoters now have the exact 14-day timer that you had to hit their bonus. So you can see how you're starting to build a team and your volume is continuing to grow. The crazy thing is that you don't need 14 days to hit this bonus. That's what I love about this. The fact that you get 2 weeks when truly you use massive action. To me, massive action, I wrote it down, means committing to take action until you get your desired results. So take that massive action in your first 14 days until you get those desired results, which is 2 customers and 2 promoters and $800 in volume. It's a matter of reaching out. It's a matter of sending those messages. And that's what we're going to talk about next. So Alma, I'm going to ask you to share a little bit about how you reached out to people in your first 14 days, knowing that you had those numbers, those 2 and 2 and 4 and 4 to earn your bonus.
All right. No, thanks for hopping on, everyone. I'm hoping you can take some golden nuggets from this Zoom. But I was just that tired, exhausted mom. When I got the product in my body and I felt what it was doing to me, I was thinking of all my mom friends. That's where I first went. It was just my mom friends, how it could help them, what it could do for them. It was impacting my kids. My kids were noticing a difference by day 3. And so I was ignorance on fire, is what I call myself. I didn't know. Honestly, at that time, I was feeling so good. People are like, what are you on? I'm like, it's just Thrive Step. It's just 3 steps I take every morning. I don't even know if it's legal, but man, I feel good. And so I just started sharing. They wanted to know what it was. Like I said, I didn't know what it was. And so I was connecting them to my leaders, those that had been doing it a lot longer, those that can answer their questions and share their stories. And I think back to that fan page, that's such a great tool to use all of those stories. And I can remember Brittany Beneke, who's one of my leaders. She was like, I was reading those stories on that fan page and I was thinking of my friends, back then when we started 6.5 years ago, there were a lot less stories on there. But I was reading those stories. I still do to this day, read those stories. And when I think of a friend, if I'm reading a story and someone pops in my mind, I send them that message like, holy cow, I just read the story. I know you haven't started thriving with me yet, but I totally thought of you. So it's just that ignorance on fire, not, just sharing your story, sharing what it's done for you and connecting. Don't ever do it on your own. That's the thing. I think sometimes we feel like we should do it on our own. We don't want to bother our leaders or for whatever reason, and we don't connect. And that's cheating those customers, those people that were sharing the Thrive experience.
Sorry, I had to unmute myself. Yeah, exactly. And I love that you bring up the fan page, because I think that not only, honestly, this company, that has to be one of the top most brilliant things that they did, other than give us a product line that's 3 core steps and then add all these amazing other things to it. But the ability for us to just connect people to those 3 core steps and then to go to that fan page and find a story from any and everybody that you could ever imagine for someone else to relate to. In fact, a tip for people who have been in Lavelle for a while, if you ever start to feel like you're running out of names, or maybe you need just a little bit of that enthusiasm and excitement about the Thrive experience poured back into you, get to that fan page, read 10 stories, write down a person's name for each of those stories. First story is going to be about a teacher, and you're going to think about a teacher friend of yours. That is a great way to make lists. And that's one of the things that we've been doing for the whole time I've been thriving, talking about the VIP experience, is helping people, brand new promoters, really kind of start to think about who they want to reach out to and how they're going to share and organize that. And we often tell our new promoters to create lists, right? 3 lists. The first list is, your ride or die, your get out of jail person who trusts you and loves you and is going to do this just because you're like, please, I need you to do this for me. You're going to love it. Everybody has some people on that list. The second list is the people who may understand about this opportunity. I mean, we've all have friends who have tried different things in the MLM space, the direct sales space. Maybe they haven't seen the success that they wanted. Maybe they're looking for a little bit of Christmas cash. I mean, you guys, is this not the best time of year to be telling people how they could earn $800 in bonuses? I mean, it changes people's lives. And so many people came into this company, like Sheila Fasoni, just to be able to take advantage of that cash at Christmas time. But the second list is, think about people who have done other businesses. Maybe they got tired of their website fees. Maybe they had to purchase too much product, which we never have to have inventory. There are so many things about this in terms of a business that make us unique. The free website, the no quotas, no fees. So there's the second list that you can reach out to. The third list is the best list in the whole wide world. And this list will probably never end. You're probably going to add names to it forever and ever and ever. And this is a list of people who need this. You've all got the people on Facebook, the moms that are, carrying their coffee mug upside down with their bathrobe on and just can't wake up in the morning. You've got the moms that have the kids at the grocery stores that are just, on their last nerve. You've got friends that are looking to lose weight. You've got friends that are complaining about falling asleep at their desk in the afternoon. We've all got friends that need the Thrive experience, and starting to add names to those lists as you notice them scrolling through your newsfeed is amazing. But even more amazing is start connecting with those people, start commenting, start posting, and start creating a relationship with those people. Alma, this is something that I think, like I said, the list thing is something that we've been doing for a really long time. What are some examples or ways that you just stated about reaching out to mamas? Do you have some ways that you could share that work for you in terms of how you reach out or have people reach out to you or talk to people when they see your DFT at the gym because you're a freaking rock star? Share a little bit of that, please.
It's just being real. One of the things I heard Maria say, we were in Ohio, and it was so simple but so genius. She's like, be human. That's all we have to do is be human and paint that picture of how it can help someone. And also something she had mentioned in her mastermind, which I want to kind of hit on that at some point, the 54321, as well as Maria's mastermind, is falling in love with helping people. When you start sharing with people, don't look at them as a customer. Look at them at how the Thrive experience can help them and paint that picture. But honestly, I'm kind of old-fashioned. There's been times in my business where I've hid behind my computer, and I've done those messages in Messenger. But what I love is that face-to-face, having those conversations. When you see a mom, and I struggle with it here at the gym. And one of the most amazing gifts that the Thrive experience has given me in this opportunity is to, go from over 200 pounds with no self-confidence, no self-esteem, and now a personal trainer in a fabulous gym. And so I love connecting and building those relationships with people and painting that picture. There's going to be people, there's going to be adversity. There's going to be people that tell you no. I still have 6.5 years later, I still have people looking at me going, I don't know if that stuff works, Selma. Some of my closest friends and family. So it's just being real with people is the biggest thing. I don't believe in copy paste messages. Guys, don't do that. Be real, be human, show them how it can help them, whether it's a story or just a genuine message. I love voice clips. That was a hard thing for me to get used to because it's really easy to type up a message. But let them hear your voice. Let them hear that excitement, why you want to share. And if they tell you no, that's okay. That's a no, not right now. I have several people who told me no 6.5 years ago. I had people who blocked me. And then I had, those were my favorite ones. When people block you on Facebook or Instagram or wherever, and then they send you a text or they call you, and I'm like, hey, I'd love to send you some info, but can you unblock me first? I mean, I've had a couple that are like, I blocked you. I'm like, yeah, you did. And you said some mean things. That's going to happen, but you just keep living that Thrive life out loud. Did I really answer that, or did I ramble, Molly?
No, that's perfect. And it is, it's exactly about thriving out loud. And I do want you to go over, touch on 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I just want to add in terms of thriving out loud is being intentional. As a brand new thriver, you're in a position to brand yourself as that thriver who's excited about what they're experiencing. I mean, as a new thriver, you know how great it is to wake up in the morning and take those 2 capsules before your feet hit the floor and really start to come alive, right? Hey, it's almost 8 years for me and I still feel that way when my capsules kick in. So, show that, show your enthusiasm, show your excitement. Make sure you are posting those stories to your Facebook page. In fact, I go to the Lavelle Facebook page and I save the photo to my device because I'm typically working from my phone, right? The beauty of this biz, we can work from our phone. I save the photo of a story I want to share to my device. Then I copy and paste the content and go and post it on my page. Now, I have created an album called Why I Do What I Do. So every time I add one of those photos and the story that accompanies it to that album and it goes through my news feed, people are seeing Molly added a photo to the album, Why I Do What I Do. Now that's, I'm hoping is piquing some interest. It is an album that is full of these amazing Thrive experiences that I am trying to connect people to. The Thrive experience is the hero and everybody's looking for a hero, right? So I want people to see what those 3 steps are doing. So I'm continually making sure that I have stories on my page for people to see. And when they're more curious, they can click on that album and they can go through all of them. I also want to be sure that I'm being personal, like Alma said, and being human. I want to show pictures of myself where you can see my DFT, but I'm not, blasting that I'm selling the Thrive experience. I'm showing me living my life and being excited about it and enthusiastic. And it just happens to be because, hey, I'm wearing I'm wearing my wearable nutrition, which is the absolute best buddy in the whole wide world. So yes, thriving out loud is going to be key, you guys, to your success. And that sometimes takes confidence. Guess what? You don't have to be 100% confident on the Thrive experience in this company in your first 14 days. It won't take long until you are. But in that time, borrow someone else's confidence, borrow an upline. Validation is key. Throw your upline or a friend that's also thriving into a group chat. Let people who have questions, let other people answer, share and let others help you with their confidence until you grow your own. So Alma, I would love if you could just talk a little bit about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, because I do think that is something that has become a standard to our Thrive experience. And starting out as a new thriver, it's very good to get in the habit of making this a routine.
Absolutely. I think back to when we got started, Molly, and it was like we didn't have all of the incredible tools. And all we had was the fan page. And so I know with several of you, there's probably 200K leaders between Maria and yourself. So if you can do it on Team Thrive Nation. It's of course going to be there from Maria, but also, reach to your 200K. It's more than likely they have shared it on their fan page. If you don't know, or not their fan page, but their team page, if you don't know what it is. But that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is reaching out every single day to 5 non-thrivers. Not necessarily asking them to thrive, but making those connections with them, whether it's commenting on their Facebook page or their Instagram, or it's sending them a message, just, hey, happy Monday, hope you have a fantastic week, or hey, I noticed, Joe's rocking it on the football field, congrats, all of those things, just like Molly said, building that relationship. So that's 5. 4, reaching out to 4 thrivers, following up with them. Everybody's a little bit different on how they categorize everyone. But I do, in my 4, I do my follow-ups. My follow-ups with current thrivers, but also those follow-ups, those asks, those people that I ask to, if they're ready to start their Thrive experience or share a story, or we've had a conversation in the past. So that's 4. Your 3 social media posts. My stories every single day. That is so important. To share, sharing your stories. A lot of people love stories. Share on your page. Be personable. Show, live that Thrive life out loud. That doesn't mean, hey, it's free shipping weekend, I'm going to show that graphic. No, show how you are living your life, what Thrive has done for you. You know, for me, for example, it's the gym. Had somebody told me 6.5 years ago I'd be doing this, I would have laughed hysterically at them. So just how it's helped you. Maybe, you know, you have that extra energy for your kids. Maybe you're playing on the floor, you don't have those aches and discomforts, or they've subsided a little bit and you're able to play on the floor with your kids. Those things you want to show. So 3 social media posts, or your stories, or your stories, and then connecting with 2 new people, adding 2 new people to those lists. Whether it's, you know, you're at the grocery store or you see a mama in the pickup line, whoever that is, those 2 new people, because you always want to keep that list going. You always want to keep building those relationships and connecting to those people. You know, those lists are so important. You meet someone or you see someone you haven't seen forever, put them on a list so that you don't forget about them, because then that's where that follow-up comes in. You touch base with them, you follow them on their social media, you know, those different things like that, or you go find them. And then lastly, one leader, you know, touching base with one leader at least. That's super important. Whether it's your upline or your downline. And if you're not, you know, that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, that's a minimum. If you want to get somewhere fast, you've got to increase that number. Sheila Fasoni has always said that if you're not getting where, if you're doing all the things and you're not getting to where you want to be fast enough, increase those numbers. And just, you know, like Molly said, you make that a habit. You get up every day. That's what you do. You work it into the nooks and crannies of your day, and you don't put your head on your pillow until you've done that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do you have anything?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. You know, when I first came into this, I have 4 kids, guys. I was working 12-hour shifts at the hospital as a nurse, and I was determined to make this happen. And in fact, it wasn't that I was determined to make this happen as a business, but I felt such a strong desire to. I mean, I honestly couldn't understand why people weren't chasing me down the street, begging me for whatever I had, because this stuff is so good. And it changed so much in my life within that first, you know, 6 weeks of taking the Thrive experience for the better. And people noticed and people were seeing it. So, you know, I definitely think that, oh my gosh, I lost my train of thought. Sorry, my dogs. Always happens to me. It's not my kids, it's my dogs. But I had to be intentional, and I had to make time. I had to find time. I didn't make excuses. I made promises to myself, and I promised myself that I would reach out to. And at that time, I was reaching out to a certain number every day. And some days I would come home from work after a 12-hour shift, and I would, you know, do everything I needed to do. And I would sit down and realize, wait, I still have 2 reach outs. And I stayed up until I did those reach outs, because I knew that I had to find the time, and I knew that it would be worth it. And I also made myself a promise that I would never say no to anything that would help me grow my business. You know, I was going to be confident, and I was going to work very hard at, you know, getting on the calls and doing all of the things and being a Thrive sponge. I have learned so much from the people in this community, like Alma, obviously Amber. I mean, there are some women and men in this, you know, in this company that I just love to listen and learn, including our co-founders, Jason and Paul. So be a Thrive sponge. Don't forget about the resources that are there. There are checklists. There are tasks you can be doing. There are leaders you can be reaching out to. There are pages that you can be asking questions on. There is an entire cloud office full of videos and downloads and resources for you. So we don't want anyone to be overwhelmed. We want you to do the basics, and the basics are live the Thrive life and make damn well sure everybody around you knows. So I am so excited for the new Thrivers on here. You know, like I said, it's not that 14 days. We don't stress out about the 14 days, because you know what, we're going to take massive action, and we're going to continue acting until we achieve our desired results. And if you are not brand new in your first 14 days and don't have that lovely little timer and graph in your cloud office, you can still recreate the VIP 800 for yourself. Buy those 2 new customers, 2 new promoters and get a new ball rolling for your team, a new way of growth. And that's the beauty of this. So I recommend everyone get out there and take massive action and recreate that VIP and just see what it does for your business. Help those newest promoters recreate it as well. And that's when it starts to get fun, is when stuff is really moving and you're seeing the people have the successes around you. And I'm going to ask you for your closing thoughts. I think we're good on time here. So I would love for you. Thank you so much for sharing. You guys, the crazy thing about this is people used to get Alma and I mixed up at conventions. They would call me Alma or they would call me Molly. Now, I don't think they do anymore because look at that woman, but I would only be so lucky. So that's a fun thing. But please, thank you for joining us, Alma. I love listening to you talk, and I'm going to go ahead and have you say some last thoughts, and then we'll close it out. Oh, I'm sorry, I muted you.
That's okay. I'm like, wait, it says no. No, thank you so much for having me. I miss your face, and I know I love those moments. I would have people so excited to see me. They would come running up to me and they're like, oh my gosh, so glad to meet you. I'm like, I'm not Molly. And they're like, oh. So yeah, you're pretty awesome yourself. So that's always been kind of fun since the beginning. But no, I just, some of the things that I wrote down while you were talking, that comparison game, please don't compare yourself. Don't compare. If you are a new promoter in this business, do not compare yourself to someone's chapter 20. I guarantee you that 200K or that 40K or that 80K that is where you want to be has struggled has crossed adversity. Reach to that person. They didn't get there overnight. They didn't get there without that. So don't compare yourself. And like Molly said, I mean, when I started, I was working 60 plus hours a week. And you just work it into the nooks and crannies of your day and connect to those leaders. Do not do this alone. Also, you had said something, make that promise to yourself. There's nothing more powerful than that. It's like, you just get up and do it. Do it scared. If you are sending out messages, I don't know who said this, but if you're sending out messages and it feels icky, then don't send it. Don't make it salesy. Make it be human. But if you're sending it out and you're terrified, your heart's pounding out of your chest and you're like, holy cow, this is so scary sending this to this person. I still have those moments. Send that message. You can't say the wrong thing to the right person and you can't say the right thing to the wrong person. You don't know where this journey is taking you. Your why is going to change. Your vision is going to change. You just don't give up. Keep going. The only way that you fail is giving up. And one last thing, if you have not plugged into Maria's mastermind, whether you just started this business yesterday or you hit that promoter button today, or you've been doing this as long as Maria, if you have not plugged into that mastermind, you're crazy. Get your booty on that, make that a priority, work that into the nooks and crannies of your day. But here's the deal. As you go through those videos, don't you dare, because you're gonna get excited to go through those videos. You're gonna love those videos. Maria, we all know that woman has passion like she started yesterday. You're gonna want to keep watching those videos, but stop and do the thing. Do the call to action. Work through that and just stay connected to your leaders and just keep sharing. You know what this product has done for you, and you owe it to those people that you love and care about and those people that you haven't met yet to keep sharing and to change their life eventually. So that's all I have, Molly.
Yay.
Close it out.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And thank you to everyone who hopped on. Thank you, Miss Amber, for hopping on, get everything started and just being the amazing awesomeness that you are. And with that, you guys, we're going to close out the call. Good night, everybody. Thank you.